We're now going to go on to demonstrating the uncouple and recoupling exercise, which is part of the module 3A. At the start of the test, the assessor will ask you to uncouple the tracked unit from the trailer and then reverse park alongside. At which point, you're going to ensure the handbrake is applied into neutral and ensure the vehicle is switched off. We're going to get out the vehicle then, and we're going to follow down the offside of the vehicle, confirming that we're on firm, level, legal ground. We're going to come to the rear of the trailer, at which point we're not going to remove the number plate. We're going to tell them at this point you take the number plate off. We're not actually going to do it for the exercise. Come back up the near side of the trailer, and we're going to think about the mnemonic black now. Obviously, B then of the mnemonic is brake, so we're going to apply the brake. Okay, and then the L, we're going to ensure the legs are lowered. So we're going to lock the handle off into the position and then lower the legs. So they're just not quite touching the floor, a couple of millimeters off at this point. Once we've lowered the legs down, we're going to store the handle back into the housing area for the handle. Store it back away, make sure it's secure and doesn't endanger any other road users. Open the side panel, making sure you've got 3 points of contact coming in. And then we're going to undo the airlines, the SUSIs, electrical SUSIs, the ABS SUSIs, making sure they're all stored away and locked away properly. And last is the emergency airline. We'll take that off and securely store that away. And that's the A part of the black. So we've done B, L, A. Make sure we're secure and nothing coming past when we're getting back down the vehicle. 3 points of contact and close the side door. Come round to the front of the vehicle now. So now we're on to the C, and the C stands for the clip. The clip in order to release and open the handle on the fifth wheel. We'll take the clip off, pull the handle forward, then out, making sure it locks up into its open position. And that is now the trailer and the track unit disconnected. We're going to get back into the vehicle now. Start the vehicle, select first gear, release handbrake and pull forward slowly. You're going to hear a little click as you do this. Then we're going to stop, reapply the handbrake into neutral, and then we're going to then lower the suspension. And this should take the weight off the fifth wheel, so don't drag it forward on the trailer. Once we're clear of the trailer, we're slowly going to pull forward and then reverse park the tracked unit alongside the trailer. As we reverse back, we're looking for the front of the tracked unit level with the trailer. Once we're level with the trailer, we're going to stop the vehicle, apply the handbrake into neutral and switch the vehicle off. And that is the first part of the uncoupling exercise completed. Next part, we're going to move on to the recoupling exercise. Here, the assessor will tell you to, imagine you've never seen that trailer before, recouple the tracked unit back onto the trailer and making sure it's safe to use the road. So pull the tracked unit forward. As you start going back, trying to get the tracked unit and the trailer in line. One thing we must not do at this point is touch the trailer. So we're looking at stopping approximately a meter before the trailer as we reverse back. Using your mirrors, checking that we're in line. So therefore, when we pick the trailer up, it's not going to move sideways and damage the legs. So here, stopping, apply the handbrake into neutral, switch the vehicle off, and then the next thing we're going to do is get out the cab. So once we're out the vehicle, we're going to check our airlines and our Susie's are serviceable, and we'll match the trailer. We're going to check the height of the fifth wheel of the trailer will go underneath, and we're going to check the handle is in the open receive position. We're going to look at the front markers on the trailers aren't cracked or broken. We're going to look at the kingpin, make sure there's no locks. We're going to check the trailer legs, make sure they're straight, and we're going to check the markers as well as we come down. Check the side impact bars. As you come down the trailer, we're going to check the mudguards are secure, and then we're going to check the tyre depth, which should be 1 millimetre, 3/4 of the width all the way around. Look for any cuts, points, cord showing on the sidewalls. The rims, making sure they're damaged. The wheel nuts are all secure and there's no leak in the hubs. And we're going to do that for the remainder of the wheels and tyres on this vehicle. Check the suppression and the airbags are inflated. Coming to the rear of the trailer then, we're looking at all the marker lights and markings are all there properly, not damaged. Coming to refit the number plate at this point and check the handle is secure. We're going to come around the near side now, making sure the handle for the handle is in the downward position for the travel. And here we must ensure that we check that the park brake is applied. So making sure it's still on. We're then going to walk forward and we're going to check the vehicle on the near side to make sure it's in line again. Make sure nothing's hanging out on the load. We're going to get back into the vehicle now. I'm going to start the vehicle up, select reverse gear and go underneath the trailer nice and smoothly and slowly. As we go under, we may feel the tractor unit might dip down, and that's just as the fifth wheel goes under the trailer. As we reverse them back, I said you might feel the fifth wheel. A bit of pressure, so it just dips on the tractor unit. Once we've felt that, we're going to stop. We're now going to apply the handbrake, select neutral, lift the suspension back up again. So we're going to raise the suspension and take the weight off the legs now. So if the trailer does move sideways, we're not going to damage them. Once we've done that, we're going to engage reverse again. So put it into reverse, release the handbrake, and I'm going to go slowly back. All we're trying to do now is keep going back nice and slowly, and then so the fifth wheel locks on to the kingpin, and you hear that. Once you've done that, you're going to select forward gear and do 2 tugs forward. Here the cab should move for you. Once you've done that, we're going to secure the vehicle again, handbrake on, into neutral, switch off. I'm going to get out the cab and we're going to do black backwards now. So the K was the kingpin locking in. So we've done the K. The C now, we're looking at the clip and reattached to stop the handle of the fifth wheel coming undone. So the clip needs to go in, making sure it's locked in and secure. So we've done K, C. Next we're going to go and do the airlines, come around the front, open the side panel, 3 points of contact getting onto the vehicle. And this time we're going to recouple the couplings in the reverse order. So the next was the emergency airline, sure it's secure. Next the ABS Susie. Again, making sure that the trigger is fully forward and locked in. Then we're going to do the electrical Susies. And lastly, the service airline is going to be attached. Lock it off. Again, getting back down the vehicle, make sure nothing's coming. 3 points of contact, so climb down please. Close the door. Going to the legs is next. We're going to raise the legs fully up, make sure the handle is locked in securely, and then we're going to raise the legs pull all the way and stowed away correctly and fully raised. Once we've done raise the legs up, we're now going to store the handle back away in its securing position, and then it doesn't endanger any other road users. We're next going to release the park brake. Now stay there for a few seconds just in case the vehicle moves, and you could pull the park brake back on again if it happens to roll away. So we're nearly done. The last thing we've got to do, and we might need the assistance from your assessor to check the lights. So he'll probably ask you to go back into the cab. At this point, you're going to start the vehicle up, and then we're going to move on to the lights check. And it's critical that you do this. At this point, start the vehicle up. And all we're looking at doing is checking that the indicators work and that the brake lights. So right indicator, left indicator, brake lights applied. And that's you. That should be you completed the 3A.